Oh my god. This is freaking sweet. Oh yeah, baby. No hand on the throttle. We're just steady cruising. Oh man. I think the cruiser life might be for me. Hey, what's up guys? Today I got another video for you, and this one's kind of bittersweet because today I'm traded in my baby, my Ninja 650, and I'm going to be buying a Kawasaki Vulcan Voyager. I've never really ridden a big bagger like this, so I'm kind of nervous, and I'll let you know how it goes and you guys can come along for the ride. Alright guys, so we're riding on my Ninja 650 and we're headed to Cernix Motorsports in Pennsylvania to go ahead and check out this Vulcan Voyager 1700. And I'll admit it, you know, I'm kind of nervous because I've never ridden a big heavy bike like this, and you know, I'm not really sure what it's going to be like, but at the same time I'm super excited. And here's the thing guys, okay, I have the 2020 Ducati Panigale V2 and I have a 2018 WR250R. So if I want to, you know, hop on something sporty and fast, I hop on the Ducati. And if I want to, you know, get on something more nimble and snappy, kind of, I guess you could say, for around town, where you sit upright, I hop on the WR. And the place that this Ninja has had in my garage recently, since I've gotten the Ducati, is my passenger bike. You know, I ride my girlfriend on this bike and I ride passengers on it now, and that's, you know, that's pretty much all I use it for, unless I just don't feel like, you know, being in a hunched over position and I like truly want that sport bike kind of feel. I ride this, but that's very rare. So the point I'm getting at is, you know, this bike is amazing, okay? I love this bike, and it's such a fun, great bike, and it's so comfortable, and it's great for riding passengers, but it's not the best tool for the job. And not only that, I would really like to experience, you know, all different types of bikes. So I'm very excited to go ahead and try out a big cruiser. So long story short guys, I think that the big cruiser is going to be more fitting for my garage right now than this 650, and unfortunately I don't have room to keep both of them, so the 650 is going to have to go. And it's kind of bittersweet for me because I'm excited, but at the same time I have so many memories on this bike. You know, when I got this bike, I had a Ninja 250 prior, but this was my first big bike. And I remember just feeling like it was so big and powerful and fast. And I remember the first time I rode it, I was so nervous. And now I hop on this thing and it feels so like tiny and nimble. And yeah, it has power, but it's not like, it's not super fast, you know. It's just crazy, like looking back at how much has changed since I first got this bike. And I'm gonna miss it, honestly, but like I said, I'm on my way to the dealership now and I'm getting pretty close, and I'm excited and I'm bringing you guys with me. So let's go check out what hopefully is going to be my new bike. 1, 2, and we have ignition. Oh God. Oh boy. Oh boy. Woo. And just like that, we're on the open road. Alright guys, what's up? We're here on the Haas. The Vulcan 1700 Voyager 2012. Let me tell you guys, this thing is a lot different than anything I've ever ridden. And it's terrifying. And extremely enjoyable. Oh God. Guys, coming to a stop and holding this bike up, it is not like holding up a sport bike, okay? Obviously, you know that. It's a freaking Haas. But, it's not as bad as, I mean, I don't know. It's rough. It's rough, but it's not as bad as I was expecting. You know, I didn't drop it or anything. I mean, obviously, I have experience riding. If you probably wouldn't want to start on something like this unless you're like, I don't know, Hulk Hogan. Yeah. Coming to a stop though, little sketchy. What's really sketchy is when you need to go up a hill from a stop, because this thing rolls back as soon as you I mean, you gotta kind of like work the brake and the clutch. And you know, when you first get the thing, it is my first cruiser ever, let alone a freaking big ass Haas like this, and I didn't know where the biting point on the clutch was. Yeah, it's a hard time. First impressions of this thing, wow, you know, wow. It's super comfortable. And I got this little rinky-dink USB thing to put some Bluetooth on here so I could listen to my music, and my God guys, it's a whole new world. Cruising around blasting my tunes, yeah, there's nothing like it. And you know, when I'm on this bike, I just want to listen to some Greta Van Fleet and some AC/DC. Hit the wide open roads, and that's exactly what she's for. And I'll tell you guys this too, check this out. Cruise control, where is it? You have to be in third gear. I forgot. Okay, look at that. Look at this, guys. Cruise control. I know that probably seems like no big deal to a lot of you, but you know, if you're someone coming off riding sport bikes, it's kind of rare to see that. And it is so enjoyable to have on the freeway. You know, I really did love my Ninja 650, but I have the Ducati and I have my WR250R. So, you know, the Ninja 650 kind of didn't have a good place for me. You know, there wasn't really any times I wanted to ride it, other than times like right now, where I have my girlfriend on the back, which, you know, I knew that the Ninja 650, while it was great at carrying passengers, it wasn't the optimal tool for the job. And me and my girlfriend both agreed we wanted a comfier bike. And I started out making jokes about, you know, buying a bagger, because I always thought they were kind of stupid. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, as a sport bike rider, it's easy just to see baggers and think, wow, like, that's why wouldn't you just drive a car? You know, that's kind of dumb. That's just how I always thought of it. And they're so expensive, but they don't look that good, in my opinion. Like, I never thought they looked cool. So I just kind of made jokes about buying one with her, and it kind of just turned into a reality for us. And I just thought about how nice it'd be to be listening to my music and have good wind protection. That's another thing about this bike. As the driver, I feel no wind whatsoever. I got some wind on my arms, but my legs and my head and body, nothing. And I actually really like that, you know? When you just want to go cruise, it's nice. And I'll tell you guys, this bike changed my whole perception on cruisers. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stop riding, you know, sport bikes or exotic sport bikes. I still love Ducati. I still love the Japanese sport bikes. And I still love my WR. I'm just really the type of person that I like it all. Two wheels, baby. That's what it's about. And this thing has really surprised me with how great it is. It not only is it just so comfortable, but it's kind of got balls too. it's got some torque, baby. Going at higher speeds, like, you know, turns like this and stuff, it's really not bad. I mean, you know, if you've been riding sport bikes and stuff, then, and you're an experienced rider, you could get this thing to be pretty nimble still. But what's very difficult is slow speed turning. Like, say you're at a red light and you're about to turn left. You know, you're waiting at the red light to turn left, and there's a bunch of people watching you, and you feel the pressure on you. I don't know. It just gets kind of, it makes me a little anxious. And I mean, after spending some time on this thing, that's already starting to go away. So I know that that'll probably go away easily within a few weeks. But yeah, first few hours on this thing, and riding it home too, very daunting. Like this right here, see this? All right, at this light. Now, right now I'm actually pretty comfortable, but my first few hours on this thing, this would have really sketched me out right here, and especially the uphills. But guys, I'm here to tell you, all right, if you typically ride sport bikes and you're thinking about buying a big bagger or a cruiser, don't think anymore. Just go do it, honestly, because you only live once. This is the way I was thinking. And why not experience, you know, all the different types of bikes? And, you know, I kind of came out of my comfort zone, I guess you could say, buying a bike like this. And I freaking love it. I don't care, you know, if you think stereotypically, yeah, this really does look like a grandpa bike. It's got like the cream and the gold. But I don't care. It's just such an enjoyable bike to ride. And I think it's kind of comical seeing, you know, some little 5'6" kid, some 5'6", 21-year-old kid on a freaking big-ass bagger like this, half the time blasting rap music, and I can't even flat-foot it. I'm pretty sure it's pretty comical for a lot of people. And not only that, guys, you know, I'm not like hardcore about ATGAT. I mean, I do believe you should wear all the gear all the time, and I'm not advocating that you shouldn't. But you can see right now, I got no gloves on. I'm in a t-shirt, and you know what, guys? Yeah, it's not good. You know, the times where you don't wear your gear are the times where you get hurt. But what I will say is, you know, my motovlog helmet is a full face helmet, which obviously I'm wearing right now, and I always wear a full face helmet on this bike, and I always will. You know, I'm not wearing a half helmet. I'm not strolling around with no helmet. I wear my full face helmet, and I make my girlfriend wear the full face helmet, because I just believe that, you know, life is too precious not to. And that's just how I look at it. Oh, I ran into my friend Donald here. What up? I lost my train of thought, guys, but it is nice just cruising around on this thing, even more so than it is, you know, on a naked bike, just because this is that, you know, next level of comfort and whatnot. But like I was saying, I remember what I was saying now. Yeah, I think people kind of look at me strange sometimes because I wear a full face helmet. And that's the one part about the cruiser community that I really don't get. Like, why do all these people that ride cruisers think that it's good or cool just not to wear a helmet? Listen, guys, I'm a risk taker, okay? Like, there's times, you know, we'll just, for example, when I first started riding, there were times where I saw openings and I thought I could make it, and I rode way above my skill level and I sent it. And, you know, on my Ducati, sometimes I ride a lot harder than I should, and I could get myself into a bad situation. I'm aware of that. And, you know, I even send it on the dirt bike. Whatever, not just on bikes, but like everything in life, I'm a risk taker for the most part. That's just kind of my personality, and it is who I am. And I cannot wrap my head around the fact that people do not wear helmets. Like, I just literally cannot understand it. Like, you could have an accident at 20 miles per hour, you know, even just like a slow speed accident, where you would get up and brush it off like nothing. And, you know, without a helmet, it could be the end of your life. Like, why? And then you want to talk, you know, talk about going higher speeds. Like right now, we're traveling about 50. What do you think's going to happen when your head cracks the pavement at 50 miles per hour? And I understand that a lot of these cruiser riders are older and they have experience, but that doesn't mean accidents don't happen. You know, the best of us wreck. You think Valentino Rossi, you know, the all-time great MotoGP racer, you think he doesn't wreck? I mean, do you know how many times he's wrecked his bike? Do you think he just would ride around with no helmet? Guys, the best of us wreck. And not only that, it doesn't even have to be your fault. If you get hit by a car, you know, that could be it. And a helmet might be what makes the difference. I'm just saying, all right? I don't have anything against just people doing what they want to do. And if you don't want to wear a helmet, that's fine. But I'm just saying, man, maybe take a second thought on it. But yeah, you know, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like in my head about it, but I swear people look at me weird sometimes on this bike. And I'm sure it's a mix of the fact that I'm so young and short on a bike like this, and also the fact that I have a full face helmet. You know, I just really have a hunch that that's part of it, and I don't get it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about, you know, wearing a helmet. And, you know, if you don't wear a helmet, let me know why. You know, I'm sure it's nice. You know, it is tempting not to wear a helmet on this because I feel no wind on my face, so I'm sure it would be enjoyable, but I refuse to do it. I'm not going to risk it. Long story short, guys, I'll just get to the point. You know, I freaking love this thing. The reason I chose this Vulcan was because, you know, basically I wanted a comfortable bagger with a radio, period. That's it. And I went and looked at the Harley dealership, and the prices for the type of bikes that you get, you know, the specs of the bike, the power and the weight and all that, and the price, they don't line up to me. I don't understand. A brand new Kawasaki Vulcan is around 17,000, and you know, guys, I'm pretty sure it'll smoke most Harley baggers. So I'm not really seeing, I get it's the name, but like, listen guys, yeah, I guess I'm talking on my ass, right, because I own a Ducati, but think about it. Ducati is like the most advanced bikes technologically. You know, they're always breaking new ground with technology, and they're amazing track bikes. And you know, for the price you pay, you get a lot that you don't get with other bikes. But when you buy a Harley, you basically get the same thing or worse as another bike, but it costs 10 times more. Guys, let me know what you think about that one too. I know that's a juicy topic. I'm not saying I hate Harleys or I'd never own one. I'm just saying, for a bike like this, I couldn't afford it. I mean, I probably could have stretched to pull it off, but I just didn't see a reason to, and I didn't see why that would be worth it. So I ended up going with the 2012 Vulcan, and I couldn't be happier. Hey, what's up guys? So I'm back with my bike, and I'm sorry, but I couldn't record in the store. You know, they just opened up again after the coronavirus thing, and it was super hectic, so they were really busy, and I actually had to wait in line to get my bike and get everything done. So I would have liked to record. I got it at Cernix in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Great dealership, by the way. I would definitely recommend it. But unfortunately, I didn't get any shots at the dealership, so I'm getting all my shots now. And long story short, I love the bike. But if you noticed in the beginning, there was a crack in my GoPro when I'm on the Ninja. And guess what, guys? That's a Hero 8 Black. So it doesn't have a, it doesn't have a replaceable lens like the Hero 7 Black. And I just wanted to get this off my chest, I understand why GoPro did this, because now you can't buy a new lens, you have to buy a whole new camera. So basically I have like a $500 paperweight. So if you work at GoPro and you were part of the decision to make this camera not have a replaceable lens, and it's an action cam, then fuck yourself, but we'll just get on with the video. When you're on a sport bike, you're wearing a backpack and carrying all your gear, and it's banging around, you're hoping it doesn't break, it's heavy, it's frustrating. It's a lot easier to be on a bagger. And now, that's from a YouTuber's point of view, but that could be from anyone's point of view. Maybe you have to carry books for school or supplies for work. It could be anything, It's so nice to have bags like this. And it's so nice to ride a passenger. It's so much more comfortable. And I'll admit, it was daunting to ride this bike. It was scary. And I'm still getting used to it, but, after even just riding it a few hours, it's really not that bad. It's so comfortable, and it's beyond exceeded all of my expectations. I'm just really happy I made this decision, because my Ninja just really didn't have a place for me in the garage. There's just no real use for it. This made more sense. And I really do love the Vulcan, honestly. I'm actually really happy I didn't buy a Harley, because I love this bike so much, and I don't see the point in spending the extra money. The only thing I will say is, it would be nice if this had Bluetooth, but it's a 2012, so whatever. And I plan on replacing the radio and all of that. But let me know what you guys think of this bike, and if you guys ride cruisers or sport bikes, and let me know why. And if you like the video, then go ahead and give that like button some finger action, and go ahead and touch that subscribe button, because that's the #1 way you could support me. I work a full-time job, and I have a lot of things to do in life, and I still get out here and make these videos. I'm not paid, I'm not sponsored, nothing. So you can support me just by hitting that subscribe button, and check out some of my other videos. Thank you guys. Alright guys, so I want you to understand, I don't hate GoPro, and it might have came off as if I do, and I don't, and I'll probably buy another Hero 8 Black if I'm being honest, but it's just frustrating that they made the decision not to make the lens replaceable on an action camera. And they claim that it was because of humidity or condensation getting into the lens, but I mean, who cares when you can just take it off and clean it? I'd rather deal with that than have to throw $400, $500 in the garbage. It's a load of BS. The real reason they did it's money, and that's all there is to it. So yeah, I'll keep using GoPro, and I'll probably buy another GoPro, but I don't know, it just upsets me. But